Very interesting day at work today. The camera completely broke off of the tripod and landed lens down onto the floor. There was another activity that the intern group had set up, and the activity was going to the St. Lawrence Market and the Distillery district. Hey guys! So Friday, very interesting day at work today. Okay, so as soon as I got to work, I posted on Instagram because that's what I normally do when I get there. And then I actually took an hour of a break, right when I got there at 10:15, because I FaceTimed my parents because I really needed to. I've been struggling with some friendships and stuff lately, and so I felt a little bit alone. I just really needed to talk to my parents. I needed a mental break because literally as soon as I got back upstairs, after talking to my parents, I was I'm ready to work. So I was working on editing some of the Instagram stories. Yesterday I shot some more. So then today I was editing those. And then the second half of my day, I was shooting some more. Actually, I was just shooting in general because I needed to reshoot a few of the accessories. One Instagram story that my supervisor had an idea for was a weekend pack away kind of thing, where it's you have a suit, you have shoes, socks, and a shirt, and maybe even trousers too. And basically just put them in one of the bags and fold it up and be there you go. But I don't know how they actually pack everything away, because they have obviously these long white garment bags, but I'm not sure what's supposed to go where. So I had one of my coworkers help me with it, but when I said a weekend pack away thing, he thought I meant just one picture, not a stop motion thing for Instagram stories. He pretty much set everything out on the table for me, this really nice look. And I took the picture and I'm just I can still use this for an Instagram post, so I'll still use that. But then I told him what my thought actually was, and so yeah, we kind of changed it around a little bit. So then I had some of my other coworkers help me with this. One of my coworkers was really helping me out with the camera. The thing is though, is that there are 3 different tripods for us to use, but 2 of the tripods, the really sturdy ones, we cannot find the little piece that's supposed to connect the camera to the tripod. It's the one that screws into the camera that you can then latch onto the tripod. So we had to use this weak one, which is very light and it only goes up 4 feet. I've been having to use that for the past few weeks because I originally used one of the sturdy ones a long time ago, a month ago, but for some odd reason, I swear I took care of that piece. But then suddenly the piece was gone. So the tripod is very weak, but the camera is very heavy because it's got a huge lens on it. I have been super careful when shooting with this for the past few weeks. The coworker who had laid out everything on the table is at least 3 feet high. And so with the tripod being only 4 feet, it wasn't high enough. So I was trying to figure out, okay, what can we do to prop up this tripod, because I need it higher for the shot. One of my other coworkers, he brought over this table that was probably yeah, that big. He made the tripod super skinny so it would fit on there, but it wasn't very sturdy, and I'm it's not gonna work. The table itself wasn't even that sturdy. He agreed with me, but as he was taking the tripod and the camera off of that little table, the camera completely broke off of the tripod and landed lens down onto the floor. The lens got cracked. We looked it up and it's a $3,000 lens. So figures, but hey, I'm just glad it wasn't me. There is another camera that we can use, but it doesn't have that great of a lens. So I was trying to use that to get this figured out. Of course, it's towards the end of the workday by this point, so I'm struggling with getting this done. When the camera broke off of the tripod, the little piece that connects the camera to the tripod broke too. So guess what? That tripod is now unusable, but luckily I found one of the other pieces that goes to the other tripod, and I was are you kidding me? I have been looking for this for weeks and now I finally find it, but hey, I finally find it in my time of need, right? I was able to use a different tripod, a different camera. I figure everything out with how to shoot this. I figure everything out with the camera and the tripod and all the equipment stuff, and the camera battery dies halfway through my shoot. And of course it's 5:45 at this time, and I'm I gotta leave in 15 minutes. So I charged up the camera just a little bit for 5 minutes, kept everything set up on the table. Luckily, the battery held its charge, so I was able to get the shoot completely done. I finished the shoot at 6, but of course like I had to put everything away, and it took at least like 20 minutes to put everything away. Another thing happened at work today. I am definitely going to be giving a presentation on Monday to the rest of my coworkers about the Instagram stories, and that's not going to get pushed back anymore. So I was going through that with my supervisor today, but it was like really rough because I still didn't even know what to say exactly. I'm going to practice it a little bit more this weekend and hopefully get that all figured out. After work, I came home. I went to dinner with my roommate. We went to Nando's. She's from England, and there was a Nando's around here and she wanted to go to it so badly, so we went to Nando's. We got back around 9 and I walked back over to the harbor. Hey guys, hopefully you guys can see me really well. It's like 9:30, so it's like really starting to get dark here, and I decided to be adventurous tonight and actually go down by the harbor by myself. I haven't been to the harbor in like quite a long time, so it's like I really needed to, so I'm kind of I keep forgetting the name of this beach. It's not really a beach, but yeah, the lake's right there, and then there's like more there, yeah, so it's really pretty right now. And took some nice pictures with my camera, because I've been wanting to do that for a while, to actually like go down to the harbor like at night and take pictures of the city skyline. So today has been an interesting day. That's it of today, and that's it of day 42. Hey guys, so Saturday. It started off kind of slow, but then it picked up throughout the day. So in the morning, it was just like a relaxing morning, and then there was another activity that the intern group had set up, and the activity was going to the St. Lawrence Market and the Distillery District. So we met up at like 12:30 to go do that, meet some of the new interns too, and we just kind of walked around St. Lawrence Market for maybe about like a half an hour. And then we went over to the Distillery District, and like I was honestly like too distracted by getting to know some of the other interns that I really didn't focus on like where we were and what we were doing. We just kind of like walked through it. The Distillery District has a few like key points in it. As one of my program managers said, it's very Instagrammable. You can definitely like take pictures there. I just took like general pictures of some of the basic like landmarks that are there. We didn't like stop to actually take pictures of like ourselves. After we walked through it, we had some lunch. We were like at a restaurant for at least like almost 2 hours just talking. It was probably about like 3-4 o'clock by the time we got out of the restaurant. Some of the new interns wanted to go to another open market called Stack. We all started going over there. We took the streetcar to get back into the city because the Distillery District is like on the east end, but it started raining, and so it was like a huge downpour in Toronto. Like it even made news. Luckily we were on the streetcar at this time, so like we didn't get caught in it. We also knew that like Stacked is an open market. We didn't want to go in the rain, so we ended up getting off of the streetcar sooner, and it was pouring when we got out of the streetcar, and all we did was run across the street into one of the nearby pubs, and we were all soaked. But it was like a memory that I'll never forget. We were in that pub for like a little bit. Some of us didn't eat food at the other restaurant, so we had some food and drinks, and then afterwards we were like, we don't really feel like going to Stacked. One of my other friends suggested going to an arcade bar that he knew of. It's called the Rec Room. We decided we would wait till later at night for that. It was about like 5:30 by the time we got out of that pub, and so we were all like, okay, we'll separate. Everybody was still like drenched from the rain, so we kind of wanted to go back home, change our clothes, relax, have some dinner. We met up later in the evening. They all said like we were gonna leave our houses or our residence halls at like 8, and so I did. I left my residence hall at 8, and I got down by the Rec Room at 8:30. And I messaged people and they weren't even ready yet. So I had to like wait at least about an hour before some of my other friends came. It was so much fun. There's a restaurant, there's actually like 2 or 3 different bars. There is a dance floor with a DJ, there's plenty of pool tables, and of course arcade games. I stuck around with one of the new interns and really got to know her very well. We were playing a lot of games like throughout the night, so it was just great. We kind of kept meeting up with like the big group every now and then. We were pretty much there until they closed. They closed at 2 a.m. so like we were there until 2 a.m. so it was pretty crazy. A really fun night. Definitely something that I needed. So that's it of today, and that's it of day 43. Hey guys, so Sunday. Today was pretty much a day all to myself. We were planning on doing something today, but one of my friends is actually sick with strep throat, so we decided to cancel it and we're gonna reschedule it for next weekend. So today I kind of had a day to myself, which I'm not entirely sure how to feel about that yet. I did feel like a little bit lonely because I've been going like non-stop this whole trip. I've been with friends constantly this whole trip, that like having a weekend day to myself, I'm not entirely sure how I feel, like what actual feeling this is. Anyways, this morning I did my laundry and then I also did some work. I had some work to do because I have a presentation to give tomorrow, which is obviously not getting pushed back. So I had to work on that and get everything finished for that. It took me like at least about 2 hours just to get done with work. After that, I was like, okay, I needed to get out of the house. I went to St. James's Park and I finally got my postcards all written out. I did the one for my grandma like a week ago. I never got it sent out yet because I wanted to wait until I wrote the other 2 out. So yes, I wrote the other 2 out to my cousins and then I found a way to get stamps, and I was surprised that I was actually able to get stamps because today is a Sunday. Didn't get a chance to get them sent out because I forgot one of the addresses, so I had to wait for my mom to reply back to me on that. And then I walked to Yonge Street and finally bought my dad a hat. I came back and I exercised. And let me tell you, exercising felt super, super good. So I haven't exercised in like over a month. Like I said, I've been like constantly with friends and stuff that I've almost been feeling like a little bit lonely. I exercised and it helped. Everybody always says that like exercise is the best medicine. This is the first time that I really felt that. After I exercised, I just had like a lot more energy and I felt so much more like me. My mind was like finally clear of stuff. So yeah, after that I made some dinner and pre-made some food for this week. And then after that it was about like 8:30 and I was starting to feel a little bit lonely again, so I went out for a walk. You're seeing me on a different day, but I'm gonna be talking about Sunday yet. My memory card ran out of room and I didn't have enough time to clear out my memory card and finish shooting the video, so sorry about that guys. I just kind of took a walk around like some of the side streets, just kind of like looking around the area in my neighborhood, I guess, because I've been going down like the main streets whenever I'm like walking to places, but I never really like take side streets. So that was kind of interesting, and I ended up discovering a softball game. There was some community softball game going on at like one of the parks near here, and it just made me feel so good to see that. So back at home, my dad and my brother play community softball in the summers, and since I'm here in the summer, I can't watch them play. So it was kind of nice to actually see a community softball team actually playing it. I stayed and watched for a little bit, and then I came back home. I FaceTimed my mom and just kind of relaxed a little bit. So that's it of today, and that's it of day 44.